Ladies and gentlemen, there is a moment in life where the greatest thing you can say is nothing at all. The world teaches us to fight back, to clap back, to react instantly when we feel wronged. But let me tell you something, the loudest power lies in the quietest move. Don't react, cut them silently. Silence is a force unlike any other, often underestimated and misunderstood. It is not merely the absence of noise, but the presence of strength, wisdom, and control. In a world that constantly demands our reactions, our opinions, and our immediate responses, choosing silence is a revolutionary act. It is the ability to stand firm in the face of provocation and not be moved by the chaos around you. Silence is the art of holding your ground without letting your emotions betray you. It is the mastery of self-restraint, where your thoughts and feelings remain under your command, not at the mercy of external circumstances. In moments of conflict or confrontation, silence speaks volumes. It says, I refuse to lower myself to the level of this situation. I will not allow your words or actions to dictate my response. It is not a passive state, but an active choice, a deliberate act of self-respect and preservation. Silence creates a space where clarity can emerge, where the noise of the world fades and you can hear the voice of your own intuition. Silence is power because it denies others control over your emotions. When you choose not to react, you withhold the energy that fuels their fire. You disrupt the cycle of negativity, leaving them to grapple with the weight of their own actions. It is a shield that protects your peace, a boundary that says, I value my serenity more than this argument, this drama, or this momentary conflict. In silence, there is a certain dignity, a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken. It is the strength of a person who knows their worth, who understands that not every battle is worth fighting and not every insult is worth addressing. It is the poise of someone who has mastered the art of walking away without losing their composure. Silence also carries with it an element of mystery. It leaves others wondering what you're thinking, what you're planning, and where you stand. It shifts the balance of power in your favor because it forces them to confront their own actions without the distraction of your reaction. Silence is not a void, it is a presence, a statement of resolve that commands attention without uttering a single word. Silence, when practiced intentionally, becomes a tool for reflection. It allows you to step back, assess the situation, and decide the best course of action. It gives you the time and space to align your actions with your values and goals, rather than being swept away by the emotions of the moment. It is a sanctuary, a place where you can regain your strength and recalibrate your focus. There is immense power in silence because it demonstrates control over oneself in a world that often feels out of control. It is the ultimate assertion of independence, a reminder that you are not obligated to explain yourself, to justify your actions, or to engage in battles that do not serve your higher purpose. Silence is a discipline, a skill, and above all, a choice. Strategic detachment is an art, a deliberate and thoughtful decision to distance yourself from people, situations, or environments that no longer align with your growth, values, or peace of mind. It is not about avoidance or escapism. It is about making a calculated choice to protect your energy and prioritize your well-being. Detachment is an act of self-preservation, a recognition that not everyone and everything is meant to have access to you indefinitely. It is the ability to step back, evaluate relationships, and assess whether they are serving you or simply draining you. This process is not easy. It requires an acute awareness of the dynamics in your life and honest confrontation with the reality of certain connections. Strategic detachment forces you to ask hard questions. Are these people adding value to my journey, or are they holding me back? Is this environment conducive to my growth, or is it stunting my progress? These are not questions of judgment or blame, but of self-accountability and clarity about what you need to thrive. Strategic detachment does not mean you do not care. It means you care enough about yourself to know when it is time to walk away. It means recognizing that not all battles are yours to fight, and not all people are meant to accompany you to your next level. It is the understanding that some relationships, though meaningful in one season, may not have a place in the next. It is the courage to let go of what is familiar for the sake of what is necessary. This form of detachment is not abrupt or reckless. It is methodical, guided by reflection and a deep understanding of your priorities. You do not burn bridges unnecessarily, nor do you sever ties impulsively. Instead, you step away quietly and gracefully, ensuring that your actions align with your integrity. Strategic detachment is not about proving a point or creating a scene. It is about making a decision for yourself, free of guilt or the need for validation. One of the most challenging aspects of strategic detachment is the emotional weight it carries. You may feel torn between loyalty to others and loyalty to yourself. There may be moments of doubt where you question whether you are doing the right thing. But detachment is not about abandoning your compassion. It is about setting boundaries that protect your inner peace. It is about recognizing that staying in a situation out of guilt or obligation only serves to harm you in the long run. Well, strategic detachment also requires strength because it often means leaving behind what is comfortable. The familiar, even when it is unhealthy, can feel safer than the unknown. But growth does not happen in comfort zones. Detachment is a step into uncertainty, a leap of faith that by letting go of what no longer serves you, you create space for something better to enter your life. It is an act of trusting yourself and your journey, a belief that your future holds greater possibilities than your past. This process is not limited to relationships. Strategic detachment can apply to habits, thought patterns, and even your own behaviors. It is the decision to release anything that does not align with your higher purpose. It is about pruning the branches of your life to allow for healthier growth. It is about creating a life that is intentional, purposeful, and in alignment with your deepest values. Strategic detachment is not about isolation, but about discernment. It is about choosing carefully who and what you allow into your space. It is the recognition that your time, energy, and attention are finite resources, and you must allocate them wisely. Detachment is not a rejection of others. It is an affirmation of yourself, a declaration that your peace and growth are worth protecting. Energy conservation is not just a concept tied to the physical world. It is a principle that governs your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. In every interaction, every thought, and every reaction, you expend energy, and the choices you make about where that energy flows have a profound impact on the quality of your life. Energy conservation is the conscious act of safeguarding this finite resource, recognizing that not everything and everyone deserves access to your vitality, your focus, and your inner strength. Every day you face demands for your energy from people, tasks, and circumstances that pull you in different directions. Some of these demands are necessary, aligned with your goals and responsibilities, while others are distractions, pulling you into cycles of negativity, conflict, or unproductive engagement. Energy conservation begins with discernment, the ability to differentiate between what requires your attention and what you can afford to let go. It is the practice of asking yourself, is this worth my energy? Does this align with my purpose? Will this contribute to my growth or deplete me? When you conserve your energy, you prioritize what truly matters. You channel your focus into actions and relationships that bring value to your life, rather than allowing yourself to be drained by meaningless arguments, toxic interactions, or endless worry about things beyond your control. This requires a shift in perspective, where you learn to see your energy as a precious commodity, one that must be invested wisely rather than squandered carelessly. Energy conservation often involves setting boundaries. It means saying no to commitments that stretch you too thin, walking away from situations that compromise your peace, and limiting your exposure to negativity. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates through which you control access to your time and energy. They are a declaration of your self-worth, a recognition that you are not obligated to give away your power to everything that demands it. This practice also requires self-awareness. To conserve your energy, you must first understand where it goes. You need to identify the patterns in your life that drain you, whether it's overthinking, people-pleasing, or engaging in unnecessary conflict, and take steps to change them. Self-awareness helps you recognize when your energy is being depleted, allowing you to pause, reflect, and make intentional choices about how to respond. Conserving energy is not about avoiding challenges or responsibilities. It's about approaching them with intention and clarity. It's about focusing your efforts on what truly moves you forward, rather than scattering your energy across countless distractions. When you conserve your energy, you become more effective, more resilient, and more grounded. You are able to show up fully for the things that matter because you are not weighed down by the things that don't. Energy conservation also involves self-care. It is not just about limiting what drains you, but also about replenishing what sustains you. This means prioritizing rest, engaging in activities that nourish your spirit, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. It is about recognizing that your energy is not infinite and that taking time to recharge is not a luxury, but a necessity. In relationships, energy conservation requires understanding that not all connections are reciprocal. Some people will pour into you while others will take from you without giving anything in return. It is important to evaluate these dynamics and decide where to invest your emotional energy. Relationships should not feel like a constant drain, but a balanced exchange that leaves you feeling supported and valued. On a broader level, conserving your energy means being mindful of your mental and emotional input. It's about limiting your exposure to negativity, whether through media, environments, or conversations, and choosing instead to surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and opportunities for growth. It's about curating your mental space, ensuring that what occupies it aligns with the person you want to become. Conserving your energy is ultimately about living with intention. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, about taking control of where your energy flows instead of allowing it to be dictated by external forces. It is a practice of honoring yourself, valuing your time and focus, and creating a life that reflects your highest priorities and aspirations. Self-worth is the foundation upon which every aspect of your life is built. It is not something that can be given to you by others or validated by external achievements. It is a deeply personal realization, a recognition of your inherent value and uniqueness. Self-worth is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are, independent of the opinions, expectations, or judgments of others. It is the internal compass that guides your decisions, sets your boundaries, and determines how you allow yourself to be treated. At its core, self-worth is about understanding that your value is not tied to your accomplishments, possessions, or social status. It is not contingent upon how others perceive you or whether they approve of your choices. Whose self-worth is intrinsic, it exists simply because you exist. It is the recognition that you have something valuable to offer the world, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Self-worth requires a willingness to look inward, to confront the narratives and beliefs that may have been imposed upon you by others. It demands that you separate your sense of identity from the roles you play, the labels you wear, and the expectations society places on you. It is about peeling back the layers of conditioning to uncover the truth of your being, the part of you that is unshaken by criticism or failure. To cultivate self-worth, you must learn to validate yourself. This means acknowledging your own efforts, celebrating your own victories, and finding pride in your own growth. It is about giving yourself permission to be imperfect and recognizing that your worth is not diminished by your mistakes. Self-worth is the understanding that you are a work in progress and that progress is worthy of love and respect. Self-worth is also about setting boundaries. It is the ability to say no when something does not serve you, to walk away from situations that compromise your values, and to demand the respect you deserve. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about defining how you wish to be treated and holding others accountable for their actions. When you know your worth, you no longer tolerate behaviors that undermine your dignity or diminish your spirit. Self-worth is about giving yourself grace. It means forgiving yourself for past mistakes, letting go of regrets, and allowing yourself the freedom to grow. It is about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding that you would offer a close friend. Self-worth is not about arrogance or entitlement. It is about acknowledging your humanity and embracing it fully. It also involves taking ownership of your life. When you value yourself, you take responsibility for your choices, your happiness, and your future. You stop waiting for others to define your worth and begin to define it for yourself. You understand that you have the power to shape your life, and you do so with intention and purpose. Self-worth is reflected in the way you care for yourself. It is about nourishing your mind, body, and soul, recognizing that you deserve to feel whole and fulfilled. It is about prioritizing your well-being, even when it means making difficult decisions or stepping outside your comfort zone. Self-worth is the belief that you are deserving of love, joy, and success, not because of what you have done, but because of who you are. It is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when your sense of self-worth feels strong and unshakable, and there will be days when doubt creeps in. But the key is to keep coming back to the truth of your inherent value. To remind yourself again and again that you are enough not because of what you do, but simply because you are. Elevation requires separation because growth often demands leaving behind the familiar, the comfortable, and the things that no longer serve you. It is a process of shedding the old to make room for the new, of stepping away from what is holding you back so that you can rise to your fullest potential. This separation is not an act of rejection, but a necessary shift that allows you to align with your purpose and reach heights you never imagined. It is a recognition that not everyone and everything can come with you as you ascend, and that letting go is an essential part of transformation. To elevate, you must first identify the weights in your life, the relationships, habits, and mindsets that are tethering you to a lower version of yourself. These weights are not always obvious. They may come in the form of toxic relationships disguised as loyalty, comfort zones masquerading as security, or limiting beliefs that feel like reality. Elevation requires a willingness to confront these weights, to look honestly at what is holding you back and make the difficult decision to release it. Separation is often painful because it involves breaking away from what is familiar. The people, environments, and routines that you have grown accustomed to may no longer fit the person you are becoming. It can feel like a betrayal to walk away from friendships or situations that once brought you joy, but growth is rarely comfortable. It demands that you prioritize your future over your past, your purpose over your preferences, and your potential over your present circumstances. This process also requires discernment. Not everything that feels good is good for you, and not everyone who supports you in one season is meant to accompany you in the next. Elevation involves evaluating your relationships and asking yourself whether they are aligned with your goals and values. It means recognizing that some connections, while meaningful, may no longer serve your growth. Separation is not about cutting people off indiscriminately. It is about making intentional choices about who and what you allow into your space. Separation is also about mindset. To elevate, you must separate yourself from old patterns of thinking that limit your vision and restrict your progress. This means challenging the beliefs that tell you you are not capable, worthy, or ready for the next level. It means stepping away from the fear of failure and embracing the possibilities that come with taking risks. Elevation requires a mental shift, a commitment to seeing yourself not as you are, but as you could be. As you rise, you may find that your priorities begin to change. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same weight, and the things that once brought you comfort may start to feel restrictive. This is a natural part of the process, a sign that you are outgrowing your current circumstances. Separation is not about abandoning your past, but about honoring your growth by making room for your future. It is about recognizing that you cannot soar while clinging to the ground. Elevation also requires a shift in how you spend your time and energy. As you pursue higher goals, you must be intentional about where you focus your efforts. This often means separating yourself from distractions, whether they are external, like unproductive habits, or internal, like self-doubt. Elevation demands clarity of purpose, a willingness to say no to what does not serve you so that you can say yes to what does. Separation can be lonely because it often involves walking a path that others may not understand. As you rise, you may find that the circle of people who truly support and understand your journey becomes smaller. This is not a reflection of failure, but a sign of alignment. The higher you go, the more selective you must be about the company you keep. Not everyone is equipped to handle the altitude, and that is okay. Elevation is not about leaving others behind out of spite. It is about creating space for those who are aligned with your vision. This process is not linear. It involves moments of doubt, resistance, and even grief. But separation is not an end, it is a beginning. It is the first step in creating a life that reflects your highest potential. By releasing what no longer serves you, you free yourself to embrace opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your purpose. Elevation is not just about rising, it is about rising intentionally with clarity and focus, knowing that the sacrifices you make today are paving the way for a brighter, more fulfilling future. Silence as power is a profound concept, one that defies the conventional understanding of strength as something loud, visible, and assertive. True power often lies in what is unspoken, in the spaces between words, and in the restraint to remain still when the world around you clamors for a reaction. Silence is not weakness, it is a choice, a deliberate act of withholding energy from chaos, conflict, or negativity. It is a statement of self-control, a testament to your ability to rise above the noise and maintain your composure, no matter the circumstances. Focusing on your mission is one of the most profound acts of self-discipline and purpose. It is the commitment to keep your eyes fixed on what truly matters, no matter how many distractions, challenges, or temptations arise. Your mission is your why. It is the reason you wake up every morning and push forward even when the path is difficult. It is the fire within you, the driving force that fuels your passion and gives meaning to your efforts. To focus on your mission is to honor your calling, to recognize that you are here for a purpose, and to pursue that purpose with unwavering determination. In a world filled with noise, staying focused on your mission requires clarity. It begins with understanding what your mission is, defining it with precision, and aligning your actions with your goals. This clarity is not something that happens by chance. It is cultivated through reflection, introspection, and a deep connection to your values. It is about knowing what you stand for, what you hope to achieve, and what legacy you wish to leave behind. Without this clarity, it is easy to become distracted or to allow others to dictate your direction. Focusing on your mission also demands discipline. It is the ability to say no to the things that do not align with your purpose, to resist the urge to chase after every shiny object or opportunity that comes your way. Discipline is what keeps you on track when motivation wanes, when obstacles arise, and when the journey feels long and uncertain. It is the practice of prioritizing your mission over immediate gratification, of choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term comfort. Distractions will always be a part of life, and the ability to focus on your mission is what sets apart those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Distractions come in many forms: negative influences, unnecessary drama, fleeting desires, and even self-doubt. To stay focused, you must learn to filter out the noise, to protect your energy, and to stay grounded in your vision. This requires mindfulness, the ability to remain present and centered despite the chaos around you. Focusing on your mission also involves perseverance. The path to fulfilling your mission is rarely easy. It is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But perseverance is what allows you to keep moving forward, to keep striving even when the odds seem stacked against you. It is the determination to rise after every fall, to learn from every failure, and to grow stronger with every obstacle. Perseverance is fueled by your belief in your mission, by the conviction that what you are working toward is worth every sacrifice. To focus on your mission, you must also surround yourself with the right people. The company you keep has a profound impact on your ability to stay on course. Surround yourself with those who support your vision, who encourage your growth, and who challenge you to be the best version of yourself. These are the people who remind you of your mission when you feel lost, who will hold you accountable when you stray, and who will celebrate with you when you succeed. Conversely, you must distance yourself from those who drain your energy, distract you from your purpose, or sow seeds of doubt in your mind. Focusing on your mission is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is the understanding that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. It is the commitment to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Focusing on your mission is about celebrating the journey as much as the destination, about finding joy and meaning in the process of growth and self-discovery. Your mission is unique to you. It is not something that can be compared to the missions of others or measured against societal standards. To focus on your mission is to honor your individuality, to embrace the path that has been laid out for you, and to walk it with confidence and purpose. It is the recognition that your mission is not a competition, but a personal journey, one that is shaped by your experiences, talents, and aspirations. Staying focused on your mission requires self-awareness. It means understanding your strengths and weaknesses, recognizing the triggers that pull you off course, and taking proactive steps to address them. It is about being honest with yourself, holding yourself accountable, and continuously seeking growth and improvement. Self-awareness is the foundation of focus. It allows you to stay aligned with your mission, even in the face of uncertainty or doubt. Focusing on your mission also demands faith in yourself, in your abilities, and in the process. It is the belief that your efforts will bear fruit, that your struggles will lead to triumphs, and that your mission is worth pursuing no matter the cost. Faith is what sustains you when the path is unclear, when the obstacles feel insurmountable, and when the doubts creep in. It is the inner strength that keeps you grounded in your purpose and reminds you that you are capable of achieving greatness. Your mission is a reflection of your deepest values and aspirations. To focus on it is to honor your truth, to live authentically, and to contribute to the world in a way that is meaningful and impactful. It is about staying true to yourself, even when the world tries to pull you in different directions. Focusing on your mission is not just about achieving a goal. It is about living a life that is aligned with your purpose, driven by your passion, and filled with the fulfillment that comes from knowing you are making a difference. Walking away gracefully is an art, a practice that requires deep emotional intelligence, strength, and clarity. It is the ability to leave a situation, a relationship, or an environment with dignity without burning bridges or leaving behind a trail of negativity. It is about understanding that sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself and for others is to step away, even if that decision is difficult or uncomfortable. Walking away gracefully does not mean giving up. It means recognizing when it's time to move on and doing so with respect, poise, and a sense of peace. The first step in walking away gracefully is knowing when it's time to leave. This requires self-awareness and an honest evaluation of the situation at hand. It is about recognizing the signs that something is no longer serving you, whether it's a relationship that has become toxic, a job that drains your spirit, or a situation that is no longer aligned with your values or goals. It's easy to stay in situations that are familiar, even if they are unhealthy or unfulfilling, because change can be scary. But walking away gracefully starts with the courage to face the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. It requires the wisdom to know that staying will only prolong your suffering, and leaving is an act of self-respect. Once you recognize that it's time to walk away, doing so gracefully means acting with composure. It means leaving without drama, without creating unnecessary conflict or stirring up emotions that could make the situation worse. Graceful exits are made quietly with tact and dignity. It's about remaining calm, even if the emotions surrounding the situation are intense. Walking away gracefully requires you to maintain control of your reactions and avoid being swept up in the heat of the moment. It's about knowing that your worth and integrity are not defined by how others perceive your departure, but by how you conduct yourself in the process. Walking away gracefully also means leaving with respect for yourself and respect for the other party involved. It's important to acknowledge the value of the experience or relationship, even if it has come to an end. While it may no longer be serving you, it once had meaning, and it's essential to honor that. Walking away with respect means expressing gratitude for the lessons learned, for the growth experienced, and for the moments shared. It is the ability to exit a chapter of your life without resentment or bitterness, but with a sense of closure and understanding. A key aspect of walking away gracefully is letting go of the need for closure or resolution. Sometimes when we leave situations, we feel the need for answers, apologies, or some form of closure to make the departure feel complete. But often closure doesn't come from the other person or the situation itself, it comes from within. Walking away gracefully means accepting that not all things will be tied up neatly with a bow. It's about finding peace in your decision and trusting that you are making the best choice for your well-being, even if you don't have all the answers. Closure is something you give to yourself, not something you wait for from others. In addition, walking away gracefully requires emotional maturity. It's about not allowing hurt, anger, or frustration to cloud your judgment or dictate your actions. When emotions run high, it can be tempting to lash out or to leave with a sense of vengeance. However, true grace lies in the ability to let go of those emotions before they lead you to act in a way that compromises your values or your dignity. It's about choosing peace over pride, resolution over revenge. Emotional maturity is the ability to detach from the drama and to walk away with your integrity intact. Another important component of walking away gracefully is understanding that you are not responsible for the feelings or reactions of others. While it's important to be compassionate and considerate, it's equally important to remember that your decision to leave is yours to make. You cannot control how others will respond, and you should not feel obligated to stay in a situation simply to protect someone else's feelings. Walking away gracefully means making decisions based on what is best for you, not on what will make others comfortable. It is an act of self-love and self-care. And while others may be upset, it's not your responsibility to carry that burden. To walk away gracefully also means to release any guilt or shame that may arise from your decision. Leaving something behind, whether it's a person, a job, or a dream, can sometimes feel like failure or abandonment. But walking away is not a sign of weakness or defeat. It is a sign of strength and self-awareness. You are acknowledging that you deserve more, that you deserve peace, and that you are willing to move toward what is better for you. Graceful walking away is an empowered decision, not a retreat. It's the understanding that sometimes the best thing for both parties is to part ways and move on in separate directions. Finally, walking away gracefully means carrying forward the lessons you've learned from the experience. No situation is ever wasted if you take the time to reflect on what it has taught you. When you walk away from something, whether it's with sadness or relief, it is important to take with you the wisdom, the growth, and the understanding you gained. Graceful walking away is not about forgetting the past, but about using it to propel yourself into the future. It's about recognizing that each experience has contributed to your journey and will continue to shape you as you move forward. Walking away gracefully is a testament to your strength, your emotional intelligence, and your commitment to living a life aligned with your values. It is the ability to choose peace over chaos, closure over confusion, and growth over stagnation. It is the quiet yet powerful act of honoring yourself by choosing to walk away from what no longer serves you and doing so with a sense of dignity, respect, and inner peace.